Hello all, greeting. So today we are going to demonstrate one method of aircraft structure repair. But before that, let's see what aircraft structure actually is and what structural members are included. The aircraft structure is the integration of component of an aircraft that withstand load and provide an aerodynamic shape, including the fuselage, wings, empennage, and landing gear. Basically, three types of structural members are found: primary, secondary, and tertiary, like longerons, spars, bulkheads, ribs, stringers, former frames, and skin also. Aircraft also has a type of mechanical and avionic system, which are used to operate and control the aircraft in different flight phases, ultimately makes flying more reliable, regular, as well as breakdown maintenance is required to keep aircraft airworthy. Routine maintenance activities can be performed at line as well as base maintenance facilities. Among various maintenance activities, now we will focus on how to repair damage occurred on aircraft. Skin due to operational stresses, environmental factors, external events, manufacturing and maintenance flows, pilot error, and different external factors. Now, what is repair then? The restoration of an aeronautical product to an airworthy condition to ensure that the aircraft continues to comply with the design aspect of the airworthiness requirement used for the issuance of type certificate for respective aircraft type after it has been damaged or subject to wear. As per AAC 1 of 2017, there are two types of repair performed. One is major repair, that is performed on an aeronautical product that might appreciably affect the structural strength, performance, engine operation, flight characteristics, or other qualities affecting airworthiness or environmental characteristics. Another is minor repair, which is other than major repair and has a negligible effect on the airworthiness of the affected aeronautical product. Now, both are covered in Structure Repair Manual, which is issued by manufacturer. For classification, owner, operator, aircraft maintenance organization will submit details of damage to an appropriately approved design organization like CAR 21, EASA 21, FAR 21, or DGCA. If repair is not specified in SRM, then it requires DGCA approval. The basic principle of a structure repair involves assessing the damage, determining the cause, selecting appropriate method and materials, and then executing the repair to restore the structure's original shape and strength. हम स्टार्ट करते हैं कितने टाइप की रिवेट्स होती हैं, जिसमें हम सबसे पहले बात करेंगे ब्लाइंड रिवेट की। ये देखिए आप, दिस इज ब्लाइंड रिवेट, इसे हम पॉप रिवेट भी कहते हैं और टकर पॉप रिवेट भी कहते हैं। दूसरी टाइप की जो रिवेट है वो हमारे पास है MS20426 AD। यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं ये 426 बताता है काउंटर संक रिवेट। दूसरी जो हमारे पास थर्ड टाइप की रिवेट है वो है ये वाली, दिस इज कॉल्ड MS20470 AD। यही जो MS470 है ये हमें बताती है ये यूनिवर्सल रिवेट है। उसके बाद बिफोर डूइंग द रिवेटिंग हम क्या करते हैं, किसी भी दो मेटल शीट को ज्वाइन करने के लिए टेम्परेरी टूल यूज करते हैं, दैट इज क्लिको फास्टनर। अब क्लिको फास्टनर भी कुछ अलग अलग डिफरेंट टाइप्स के होते हैं, जिसमें हमारे पास है कलर। हम कैसे डिफाइन करेंगे कि क्लिको फास्टनर हमें कौन सा यूज करना है, तो दैट इज कलर कोड। हमारे पास चार तरीके के होते हैं, दैट इज सिल्वर, ब्लैक क्लिको फास्टनर, दैट इज कॉपर, जिसका कॉपर जैसा कलर होता है, एंड दैट इज गोल्डन कलर। नाउ ये हमें बताता क्या है, सबसे पहले हम बात करते हैं सिल्वर की। जहां पर भी 2.4 mm का होल होगा वहां पर हमें सिल्वर कलर का, स्पेसिफिकली सिल्वर कलर का क्लिको फास्टनर यूज करना है। दूसरा है हमारे पास कॉपर, जहां पर भी 3.2 mm का होल होगा वहां पर हम कॉपर वाला क्लिको फास्टनर यूज करेंगे। नाउ द थर्ड वन इज ब्लैक, जहां पर भी हमारे पास 4 mm का होल होगा वो वहां पर हम ब्लैक कलर का क्लिको फास्टनर यूज करेंगे। एंड द लास्ट वन इज गोल्डन, जहां पर भी हमारे पास 4.8 mm का होल होगा वहां पर हम क्लिको फास्टनर यूज करेंगे गोल्डन कलर वाला। अनदर जो टूल है वो हमारे पास है क्लिको प्लायर। क्लिको प्लायर क्या करता है, दो मेटल को अलाइन करने के लिए कुछ टाइम स्पेसिफिक पीरियड के लिए जो क्लिको फास्टनर है उसको होल्ड करने के लिए और अलाइन करने के लिए हम जो यूज करते हैं टूल वो है क्लिको प्लायर। The another tool is that is rivet gauge.
Okay, for structure repair, we mostly use this 2024 aluminum sheet, and we have some tools like stainless steel rule and a marker. With the help of these tools, we can precisely and accurately mark on this sheet, and after marking, we can have this proper marked part cut out with the help of three different types of aviation snips. The yellow, which is showing it is a straight cut aviation snip, and the red and green color indicates left and right cut respectively. Okay, okay. As you can see, we have marked the required area. Then we'll use the yellow aviation snip to cut it likewise, and we'll make sure we'll follow the marked line accurately for precision. Now we have successfully taken out two sheet metal pieces, and for further we'll finish the edge of both sheet metal with the help of trimmer, edge trimmer. As you can see, this tool is called as edge trimmer, and which is used likewise. You can perform the edge trimming operation with the help of this tool. This is used to finish the rough part. We are marking on a sheet metal as per rivet terminology. This is a drill gun. It works on pneumatic power supply, and we have fitted 3mm drill bit in it, and here is our workpiece. Now we'll see the drilling operation. We already have marked the layout of rivets, and we'll see the drilling operation now. We are cleaning our part with the isopropyl alcohol and clean cloth. Okay, we just have finished our cleaning operation, and we'll have our piece like this with proper marking. We can see our drilling operation is successfully completed on one sheet. Okay, now we are deburring all the holes, all the finished holes. This is a deburring tool and deburring operation which removes the extra edge burr from the holes. So we have completed drilling operation on one sheet metal, and another is yet to be aligned with the first one. So we are doing a replica of the first piece on another. The drill holes will be copied on another sheet. We just have finished few holes. Now we are using a Cleco fastener for initial alignment. This is how it is installed in the sheet metal for temporary holding purpose. We'll use so we have finished all the holes and completely transfer the holes to another sheet with the help of Cleco. Now we'll remove all the Cleco fasteners which were previously engaged for alignment. This is how it is again removed. Okay, and our two sheet metal pieces are properly ready and aligned perfectly. Magnetic hammer, and other tool we can see is a bucking bar. We have set out the bucking bar. So as per requirement and space available, we use different types of bucking bars, and this two sheet metals are already aligned, and one rivet is just temporarily we have installed. Now we'll see the proper operation of riveting.
Different size of driver over here.
As per the rivet size, we can change the driver, and we have different types of drivers already available here. And we have changed a driver which is required for this operation now. we'll see the operation finally.
Bucky. Ready?
Okay, this is finished riveting. We only have just installed one rivet right here, and the another is
Ready?
the second riveting is also finished. So this tool we are seeing is a rivet gauge, and different types of rivet gauge we already are having. This is how we can check if the rivet buck is perfect or not. If rivet form head passes through successfully through that gap, then it is perfectly riveted. And you can see the improper riveting also in this. The rivet head, sorry, the form head is not properly passing through. It means it is over buck. Okay, this one is another tool, countersinking, for countersinking operation, and it can also be adjusted for the depth. We have proper adjustment here. This tool can be lowered or as per requirement of the depth of countersinking, we can adjust its height. Now we have properly adjusted for our current operation. We'll see how the countersinking is done. So it is now finished with countersink, and this is how it looks. So on the structure we already are having the countersink holes. We'll see how it is now joined with the help of countersink rivet. First, see this kind of rivets are called as countersink head rivets, and how these are used. And you can see this is properly flushed with this surface. You can see we have finished the countersink operation along with this line of holes. So it's been 2 minutes. We have applied RPA, and it is actually isopropyl alcohol, and now the area is properly cleaned with IPA. Now we'll apply iodine solution on it to prevent it for further corrosion. So this is how we apply iodine on the structure with the help of brush. The area where we riveted and we have used the hammer, that will be covered with the iodine, and thereafter we'll wait for 2 minutes to clean it again. Okay, it's been 2 minutes. We have applied iodine, and we can clearly see the difference, the total separation of the areas which is applied with iodine and one not applied it.